Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
What's good?
Welcome back to Mission Accomplished.
I'm tired and today we have a guest. His name is Benji. But first. Tendo, where have you been?
Oh, good question. So lately I've been kicking a ball at Nakuru.
Yeah.
I've been doing my homework. I've been doing a bit more homework and yeah.
Well, let's welcome back Tendo to the podcast. Welcome back. So today we're with our special guest. Thank you for coming. Now introduce yourself.
Okay. What's up, guys? My name is Benjamin Telani. Most people call me Benji. Other people call me Telani. I am, first off, a child of God. I am a singer, songwriter, musician, artist, cinematographer. I make videos. I have a podcast, and I'm very excited to be here today.
Okay, we're also very excited to have you. Now, on Mission Accomplished, we talk about
the people who have done very many things that are going to help the world.
So as usual, we're those kids who are just gonna randomly start talking about football. And Mr. Benji, what do you feel, even though you might not be a Liverpool supporter, what do you feel about Klopp leaving?
Well, obviously it's a very sad situation for you guys. I know you guys love him, miss him, and he literally managed your team for the longest time. So my heart goes out to you guys, and I'm very sorry that your manager's left. But you still did win the league, so just saying.
Okay, which team do you support?
I am a City fan, and 4 times in a row. I'm just saying we have won the Premier League 4 times in a row. So just saying we have cooked. You guys did not cook, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Okay.
You take your W's, take your L's. Yeah, it's fine.
Guys, our new manager is on a slot. He's bald.
For real.
And bald managers always lose a scarf.
Wow, okay.
Take Pep Guardiola for an example.
So guys, let's just continue with the podcast. How are you, Benji? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I am good. It is great to be here. I'm honored. I'm actually very glad I got to come out. It is not as cold as I thought it would be because it's been raining so much. So I'm glad. I'm actually a rain type of person, so I'm looking kind of sad, but I'm glad that I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, so Benji, what are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies? My hobbies are, of course, you guys already know that I love singing. I love singing. I love making music. I love spending time with friends and family. I think, like, literally, if I could do anything, I would spend time with my friends and family. I love reading. I'm a writer as well, so I like writing poems and stuff like that. And then I also really like making videos and traveling. Traveling is one of my favorite things to do. I would literally wake up at 3 a.m. If I'm not waking up for 3 a.m. for something, I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. to travel. So I'm a traveler. I love traveling.
So, you said that you like traveling. Have you ever traveled out of Kenya?
I have indeed.
To where?
Yes. Now give me one country.
Uganda.
I have not gone to Uganda, unfortunately.
I'm Tanzania.
I have gone to Tanzania, yes. It was fun.
Dubai.
No. I want to. I should.
You should go.
I should go. How was Dubai? Have you been to Dubai?
Yes.
How was it?
It was hot,
Yeah.
humid. If you're going there, do not carry any jackets whatsoever.
Lovely.
Okay, so now for the next question, we're gonna ask you, since you're young, let's just say young.
Yes. How old do you think I am? That was such a subject.
Okay, so I think you're 18.
Okay. You think I'm 18? You think I'm?
You look 20.
I look 20. Okay.
So regarding that you're young, we can't really ask you about your backstory, like what you've done with the other older people. So we'll ask you, say for example, what was like the highlight of your childhood?
So because they didn't actually get my age right, I'm 17 years old, and my childhood has been, I think, a roller coaster to say the least. I'm very privileged to have good parents. I think one of the highlights of my childhood was, I remember the first time I picked up a camera was, I was really young, and I think my parents allowed me to really express myself creatively. So I remember there was this one time, I think we went to like, was it the national park or something like that? And I remember my mom gave me the camera. It's like this 80s film camera.
Like one of those ones.
Yeah, and I remember she like allowed me to like take photos and like shoot different stuff. And I think that was the moment that I realized that I fell in love with like photography and like creating stuff and being able to tell stories. So that was really, really cool. I think all throughout my childhood, I literally like expressed myself through videos and photos and singing and acting and doing plays and all that type of stuff. So it was really, really cool. And I think that was like the highlight of my childhood, being able to like make videos and have fun and like be able to be in that space where my parents are like, this is what you were made to do, so we're gonna support you through that. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Wow, that is very inspiring.
Benji, do you enjoy content creating?
It is one of my favorite things to do. I think I have a tier list of what my favorite things to do are, and my favorite thing to do in the world is to perform. I love performing. I love being on stage. I love having my shows. I love doing all these different types of things. And number two, I love making videos. I love content creating. I think like whenever you explore that side of yourself, it allows you to get out of your head. I think when you're making videos, when you're making content, you don't really have to think about a lot of different things. It's kind of you just having fun. And I think it's really cool to just like be able to have fun with your friends, be able to like make stuff and like create memories and tell stories. So I love content creating. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
So it's really good that you like content creating, and there are also other people, young people in the world who would want to aspire to be you, like you. So what do you have to say to people who are watching this who want to become content creators?
The first thing is take a chance. I think too many people are afraid of what's going to happen, or like what if they don't make it. But the thing is, if you're going into content creating just because you want to be famous, you're not going to have a lot of fun, because at first creating is really, really fun because you are able to just like make stuff and like go crazy with all the ideas that you have. But then you don't obviously find success the first time you make a video. You obviously have to like make progress. So if you're going into it with that mentality of just like being famous and like doing all these types of stuff, you're not gonna have a lot of fun. So I think have fun. Just the first thing, always have fun. If you don't have fun, you're not going to enjoy it. I think that I did a break last year and I went off of making videos and stuff for I think around 6-7 months because I stopped having fun. So just have fun with all things. Make sure that you have fun making content. Explore every single aspect of your creating. You don't know where it can take you. I think like I was just a kid with a camera and now here I am. I've been able to travel and to make films and to be flown out to places and to be in all these different spaces. So I'm very glad that I have been privileged to do that.
Okay, so what famous people say did you look up to like, did you see like famous people and then that's where you got the idea of content creation from, or it was just like I want to be a content creator and here I am, proof I have a camera and stuff?
I think because I've told you I've already like explored myself other ways more than just videography and like photography and stuff like that. So I think for photography I had a bunch of different inspirations. I think one of my favorite YouTubers to watch is a guy called Peter McKinnon, and he is one of the greatest filmmakers in my opinion. Like he makes some really, really good videos. There's this photographer called Peter Lick, and then there's this like couple that I watched all through COVID called Kara and Nate, and what they did is they traveled 100 countries and they just made videos about them. So that was very, very cool and I really loved it. I think even for music, one of my biggest inspirations was a guy called John Bellion, and he is one of the greatest musicians and producers of our time, and I really love his music and all that type of stuff. So I did find a lot of inspiration because of watching other people do the thing that they love to do, which inspired me to do what I wanted to do.
Okay, so regarding the name of this podcast, Mission Accomplished, I'll ask, what have you accomplished like that we do not really know about?
So I have a podcast called the Group Teenager Podcast. I think you guys already know what it is.
Yeah.
So the Blue Teenager podcast was about mental health for teenagers because I didn't feel like a lot of people were talking about mental health. So with that podcast, I was able to reach a lot of people. I think at first when it started, it was just me and Jay. You know Jay?
Yeah.
Like, it was me. We're just having conversation about like what is it like to be a teenager and trying to grapple with this whole world and just like be a kid in this massive world. So that was really cool because we were able to reach so many different people. And there was a point, it was I think 2022. I don't even think a lot of people know this. We didn't even talk about it, but we got an award from Spotify and Anchor at the time, which was releasing the podcast, and we got like one of the top 3 mental health teenager podcasts in the entire continent. So it was like, we were like the top 5 or something in Africa. So that was really, really cool to have. And I think that's one of the achievements. I think another thing with music, last year I did this thing. It was called the Young Vocalist Competition, and it was 2 different rounds. I remember the first round I messed up my song, but somehow I got to the finals. And then when I made it to the finals, I won the senior solo for the Young Vocalist Competition in Kenya, and that was really, really cool. So that's, yeah, I've loved it. And then that music thing pushed me to be able to get into spaces that I wasn't able to. So when I had just graduated from school, I had just done year 11, was valedictorian, and then at that point I had nowhere else to go. So because of the music thing, I was able to get a scholarship into Brookhouse, which is where I'm studying right now, and I'm currently in year 12, and I'm really navigating this whole thing. So it was very fun, and I'm glad that it was able to open up that door for me to get a scholarship to go to one of the biggest schools in the country and have fun there. So yeah.
So now, as the goal of Mission Accomplished is to inspire young children, and not necessarily children, people to who aspire to accomplish much. So, what would be your best word of encouragement to people who would like to be like you?
I think relentlessly follow your dreams. People just follow their dreams. Follow your dreams relentlessly. Like, run after the thing that gets you up in the morning and has you up at night, right? So follow your dreams. Never give up on yourself, I think. And also take time to rest, because rest is very important. Spend time with your friends and family, because as much as you might be chasing the thing that you want, you also need to acknowledge there are people around you who love you and want to support you. So always make sure that you do that. And then trust in God, because He's the giver of all good things, and He's great, and He's been able to put me in such an incredible position.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Benji, for coming and spreading the word of your words of wisdom to us. We really appreciate. Tendo, do you have anything left to say?
Stay good, guys. Stay good.
We out.